So you want to start creating content online, but you have no idea where to start. You know that if you can build an audience, then you can leverage that to sell products and services and maybe quit your job and go full-time doing the thing that you want to do. But you have no idea what to post. People can be nasty on the internet, and the whole thing is just kind of overwhelming and daunting. If this sounds like you and you struggle to make content online, let me first just say, I totally get it. I've been there before. In fact, I still go back there sometimes, despite the fact that I have consistently created content on the internet for years. But the fact is, creating a consistent content strategy online can absolutely change your life. Simply posting on a regular basis has allowed me to go from full-time touring musician, gone 200 days a year, to being at home with my family every single day and building multiple business revenue streams on top of just hitting publish on video content on YouTube and elsewhere. So if you're ready to take that next step and create some content online and change the way you operate, then this video is for you. Now, the first place to start is by making what you like. Take stock of what you're already doing. Are you already making music? Are you already making videos about making music? Are you already enjoying time with your dog in your studio? There are 3 things right there that you can stack on top of one another and create a beginning strategy for making content on the internet. It's really important to set the barrier to entry very low. So you want to hit the low-hanging fruit first. That way you can develop a habit. Now, first, of course, it's awkward turning on the camera and talking to it, or turning on the camera and just documenting what you're doing. It feels sort of weird and selfish and like, hey, look at me. But if you can transform that into simply sharing the things that you're enjoying already, other people are going to gravitate to that, and they are going to enjoy what you're doing as well. Because no matter what the stack is of interests that you enjoy, I guarantee you there is somebody out there who enjoys the same collection, or at least a part of it, that you already do. So share what you're doing already and start developing the habit of actually hitting record and then hitting publish on those videos. Once you've developed the habit of actually hitting record and hitting publish, you'll start to get feedback from your audience in terms of what they like and what they don't like. Certain content is going to do better than others. It's not just the meat of the content, what the video is about, but also the style in which you present it. You could take the same message and make a 15-second clip with just text overlay and background audio to say the same thing that you might say by turning on the camera and talking to it. There are a lot of different factors to consider, but the most important thing is your audience is going to reply with their attention. And that's going to tell you what you're good at and what you're not. So once you start to get more data in terms of who's viewing and what they're viewing, then you can start to determine what it is you're good at and layer that on top of what you enjoy. So you started from a place of what you're doing already, and these are the things likely you already enjoy. So let's say you already enjoy making music, you're making beats, you're putting them out on Spotify, and you're recording and filming the process. Well, your audience is going to give more attention to the style of video that they like within that realm. So you may have an overhead view of you making beats that people seem to enjoy better than a view that's over your shoulder because they can see more of what's going on. People may enjoy hearing you break down why you built this track and what instruments you use more than they actually enjoy consuming the music itself. They may want to be educated by you rather than just enjoy your work. So it's important to listen to what your audience tells you in terms of where they direct their attention inside of your content. But in this step, you do have to be careful because you do want to lean into what you're good at and you want to lean into what you enjoy, but you don't want to narrow it down so tightly that you can't sort of sprinkle in other things that you like to do on top of that. So if you narrow completely in on just making beats and just the overhead angle, then your entire feed is going to be the same video, basically just produced over and over and over and over again. And while that may not get stale to your audience, I guarantee you it will get stale for you. So be sure to try to stack and layer different things you enjoy and different things you're good at inside of that content strategy. That way you don't burn out and just do one thing until you beat it to death. And then lastly, once you've determined what you enjoy and you've figured out what you're good at, it's time to pay attention to what people want from you. Because if somebody is not getting from you the thing that they expect or that they want, they're not receiving any value at all from your content, they're not going to keep watching. The most important thing that you've got to get right for the long-term content strategy is giving people value. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give value at scale every time. You don't have to give value to 1 million people viewing your video every single time you drop one. Of course, that's a great problem to have if you run into it, but you can give value a few hundred views or just a few views at a time. And as you go forward, you'll understand your audience at a much deeper level and be able to deliver value to them in ways that they may not have expected or asked for from you. And the way to do this is to pay attention to the DMs you get, the comments and engagement you get on your content. Who is sharing videos and which videos are they sharing? Which videos are they saving? This all tells you that they have gotten some sort of value from this, and it will help to determine what they want to see from you in the future. So if we take a step back to our earlier example, and you're a musician and you're making beats, you've determined that you like making beats, you figured out that you're good at producing beats and making a few different styles of content about it, and people are paying attention to that. But you might also realize that people want to learn from you. So they want to use your beats and sounds in their videos. They want to listen to them while they work on Spotify, but they might also want to get educated on how to make beats of their own. They might want to buy samples from you or different beat preset packs that you might build based off of your own experience. So now you've got a multi-layered kind of onion of offerings to people. You can go surface layer on just entertaining them with good videos of good beats, and you can go all the way to the bottom, turning them into customers by selling them a product or even a service to make beats for them custom made. And now you have monetized your content and you've created multiple value offerings all built on top of the thing that you love to do in the first place. Now, I've used music as a connecting thread of an example throughout this video, but the cool thing is this can apply to anything. I don't care if you're a chef, if you're a videographer, photographer, writer, if you can take the creative work that you love to do and then you can create a systemized content strategy on top of that, and then present multiple value offerings to your audience. You'll be able to have a multi-layered approach to doing what you love, enjoying what you're good at, and then delivering value to people in a variety of ways across the spectrum, all out of something you were doing in the first place without getting paid for. So now you've got a playbook. So get out there and start making some content. And if you want to go deeper with this topic and other topics related to this, marketing, branding, music, creativity, then I hope you'll subscribe to my newsletter, The One Thing. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, so just go drop in your email and you will get the very next one. Now, as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.